Welcome to part 9 of the Infiniti Q50 3.0 Turbo rebuild and build. Guess what? We're bleeding the system right now on this Q50. Hey guys, I just bought this tool from Harbor Freight Tools. This is a vacuum coolant filler, and it takes away all the trapped air. I'm explaining what I'm going to do right now. I'm basically waiting for it to hit 25 psi to let all the air out, and we need to bleed the intercooler line out of air, and then we're going to top it off with some coolant. So I just finished bleeding and burping the system. I removed the battery, or disconnected the battery, because now it's going to be time to take off the airbag on the driver's side in this Infiniti Q50 while I'm letting everything cool off, because I got to change the oil pan, and I also got to change the add a oil cooler kit to this Infiniti. So just took off the airbag, which was a pain in the butt. They're not screwed on, it's all clipped on, and luckily the airbag was already damaged, so I ended up going with a flathead through there. If you can see, there's like a spring in there, and moving it from the outside of the airbag and the spring to release on both sides. Ideally, you're supposed to go through these holes right over here and with the flathead go in and push, but that doesn't work. Now I just gotta wrap these around in electrical tape. Airbag should be coming in tomorrow. I ordered brand new wires, because what happens when the airbag blows up, these clips melt. So I ordered brand new wires, and with the clips I'm gonna wired it in correctly, and that's not gonna be the next build, but right now I'm gonna put electrical tape on them. Gonna connect the battery so I can open the trunk, and time to install the new aluminum oil pan on this Q50. Well, there it is. There is the Z1 Motorsports oil pan, and it is better. The plug is lower. That way, more oil can leak out when you're doing your oil change. And I already installed the gasket in. Time to replace this from underneath. Well, here's the first step. Gotta drain the oil. So this is not bad to remove the same rubber seal like I got on my new one. And honestly, this plastic oil pan, man, just because this drain plug sits higher, there's quite a bit of oil still left in there. Made a little mess, but it's not all that hard to take it off. All you need is a 10mm socket to take them off. Now time to install these back on, but first got to put that back on too. All right, so got this oil pan installed, but I gotta show you guys something quickly here. How to install a different bolt in here, simply for the fact that I stripped one, so I had to put a new one in. Luckily everything's good. I'm just gonna keep an eye on my oil level, but I think the gasket of the new oil pan is gonna hold. It's pretty tight in there. I'm feeling it. I don't think it's gonna do anything. If anything, it's gonna leak out very small, and I'm gonna have to deal with it with oil consumption, basically. Okay, gonna show you what I've done so far on the oil cooler kit. So far, I attached these brackets over here, and then I went also over here. Not sure if you can see, but I removed the oil filter housing, and then if you look on top, there's a straight connector. So on the non-red sport, the old oil filter housings have coolant system running in it. So I removed that and I put that. I lost quite a bit of coolant, so I'm gonna have to top it off with coolant yet. Hopefully I torque these down pretty good. I don't really have a torquer. I mean, they're pretty nice and tight. If anything, I could always have to disassemble everything and adjust everything, basically. But I think I should be good. And I think I can work my way around without removing the bumper supports. I added the bracket here and here, and time on for the next step. All right, here's the bracket installed so far. I mean, it is pretty sturdy for vibration. It has bushings on there. I may have to take the bumper support bar, which is only 8 bolts. I just don't know how tight they are. I mean, this car was wrecked, so this is a brand new screwed on one. But I might have to take it off in order to be able to install the oil cooler into here. Currently assembling the oil cooler and filling it up with oil. So you got to pre-fill it, and then we can screw on the fitting. All right, got the oil cooler attached, nice and sturdy and secure. Ran the lines down there, which is exactly, I think, what the instructions tell me. Right now they're hanging over there. Gonna have to attach them to the oil filter housing or bracket little thing, and then we gotta screw them on completely once we get them all aligned. All right, here's how this looks like right now. Put the oil filter on, put the bracket on. This is a little tricky. Use a special tool to put it on. Route at the oil lines like this. I'm gonna have to put some kind of protection down here sooner or later because it's gonna rub against, and I'm gonna zip tie them to the proper places. Gotta zip tie this coolant line to the proper place as well. That will be in the next build video. But so far, now all we need to do is make sure everything runs perfectly. All right, officially working. I can actually feel how the lines of the oil going through. It is perfect. All that is left to do, nothing is leaking at all. Like, it is just perfect. Oil pan is perfect. Everything is perfect. Now I just got to top it off with more oil, and later I will check my oil level once it's on a level ground. And yeah, this is a success right now. Everything working how it's supposed to. Just not canceled. Hey guys, I'm Eddie B. 2004 Turn right. Driving attempt on the 6 Series.